Every day when I get home, I pour a ring of gasoline around the front door. Before the last ray of sunlight disappears, I seal all the doors and windows with 8-centimeter thick steel plates. Even with all that, I never let my guard down. Even when I sleep, I hold a gun, stay with my dog, and hide in the bathtub. I do all this because of the creatures outside. The world has already been overrun by a virus. Humans and animals have mutated into creatures that can't stand sunlight. I'm one of the few survivors. I'm immune. I still believe there are others out there like me. So every day, I walk through this dead city with my dog, searching for survivors. But I always come back with nothing. The loneliness eats away at me. Sometimes, I talk to mannequins in store windows just to keep myself sane. I'm a biologist, and I've never stopped working on a cure. Using my own blood, I've been trying to turn them back into humans. Today, I finally made a breakthrough. A white rat returned to normal after being infected. That gave me hope. I started prepping for human trials. I set a trap, used my blood as bait, and caught a female mutant. But others followed her. They couldn't get close afraid of the sunlight, but they acted like they cared about her. I brought her back to the lab. I injected the vaccine. She stayed just as aggressive. No change. The cure didn't work on humans. I had no choice. I gave her a sedative and locked her in isolation. I didn't know that decision would bring disaster. The next day, I went out like usual, still searching. But then I saw something that stopped me in my tracks. A mannequin from the store was now standing in the middle of the street. A sudden change hit me with a wave of panic. I pulled the trigger. As the figure dropped, I realized I had let my guard down. This was a trap. They were getting back at me for taking a female mutant. I was struck in the head and blacked out. When I woke up, the sun was about to go down. If I didn't escape, the whole city would belong to them again. I fought to cut the ropes, but when it fell, a knife went straight into my leg. My scream echoed through the city. They released the mutant hounds. Only the sunlight kept them back. I ignored the pain and crawled toward the car. There was a backup pistol inside. As the last ray of light vanished, they charged. At the last second, Leif jumped in. I reached the gun. A few shots later, they were all down, but Leif got bitten. He could mutate at any moment. I dragged him home, fighting through the pain, and gave him the vaccine. But just then,